Coach, for the second straight game, you beat Kitchener 5-1 and you held them under 20 shots. Is that as a dominating a two-game performance by your club that you've seen?
Yeah, just so proud of how these guys, 20 guys, whatever 20 we have in, have bought into defense first, and just really proud of them. Obviously, thought Kitch, got a little frustrated there, trying to take some liberties with our guys. Our guys stuck together, and really proud of them.
As a coach, you got to be a little bit upset about that, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do, right, as coaches, and just be there for our guys, and hopefully the ref, look after it, and they did.
What is the message that you tell your guys about staying disciplined and so on and so forth?
Yeah, I told them from the first game, even the Sioux, just making sure that we don't take absolutely zero retaliation penalties. So our guys have been good.
Getting some depth scoring too, how important is that for your hockey club to be successful?
Yeah, huge. I mean, we have so many guys playing multiple minutes right now with injuries and what's going on, and I thought our guys did a great job. Ryan Abraham was awesome. It was the best game of the playoffs for him for this year, and he's a warrior. So,
Jim, and I noticed you like sending that D down low on the back end, and it worked out for you again. Conor Walton, all he does is score game-winning goals, right?
That's all he does, baby. We love him for it. Yeah, it was a great read by him, and he was able to sneak in there, so it was awesome.
Do you like giving your defensemen that freedom to jump in when
always
possible?
Yeah, always. Yeah, we want movement for sure. They, depending on the time of the game and the situation, what the score is or whatnot, but they have free reign to go on good reads as long as we have a good F3.
When Cristoforo went out, you played Spicer a little bit more.
Yeah.
How'd you think he did in his first
game?
Good.
It was good. It's a big jump for him, right? He's a big kid. He's physical. He defended well, so we were happy with him.
I mean, you're not unfamiliar with the physical game. I mean, when you played, can you just talk about walking that line and what you see?
That's what it is. It's, you gotta, stay on that line. I thought Kitch went over it, and that's hockey, and that's playoff hockey. They're down, and those things happen. The refs took care of it. Our power play took care of it. The best way to limit that is for our power play to keep clicking here.
But it's got to be frustrating for a coach when you're dealing with so many injuries as it is coming in.
Yeah, and it's hockey. Our guys got to battle through. I thought they did a great job of making sure their heads are up, shoulder checking, and sticking together as a 5-man unit. They were awesome. I
mean, besides Kitchen, do you think you shocked a lot of people just how well you played the first two games of this series?
I don't think we shocked anybody. I mean, what's that? Our 51st win of the season, right? And
but probably two of the more complete games.
Well, for sure. And
with short bench.
Yeah, with the short bench, they have some two guys out as well. So just really proud of our guys to understand what it takes to win, and they've all bought in.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in Kitchener.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemis, CEO of the Dan Gemis Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemis team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemis.com.
Conor, congratulations on the win. Just talk about your team's performance, another pretty dominating performance, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we're rolling right now. Obviously, it's playoff momentum, and we have momentum right now. Obviously, it's going to be a tough challenge going into the Kitchener odd, but we'll see. I like where we're at right now. 2-0 series leads are always nice.
You always seem to score game-winning goals. Talk about your goal tonight.
I saw Mac driving the net, and Wally's been harping on me to jump in the rush a little more, and he put it out front, and I just threw it in the net and went in, so I was pretty happy with it.
Yeah, just talk about that instinct about jumping into the rush and how you were reading that play.
So I've tried to learn with that. Like, we have some pretty good offensive D-man and Cristoforo and Woodall, so I'm trying to read what those guys do, learn from those guys every day, and try to improve my offensive game.
heck of a shot. And then when Cristoforo goes down, you get called up to the top pairing, and just talk about your game that way. How proud were you about stepping up?
I mean, I always like, next man up. Obviously, you always want to be the guy that, fills the role, and there's not like a tier down from Cristoforo. So, yeah, it was good. I mean, Kennedy's good to play with, so it was a lot of fun.
When's your power play time coming?
I mean, I've been asking that every day, but I'm like PP4 right now, so I'm moving up.
Can you talk about the job the coaches have done? I mean, with this roster and the injuries you're dealing with during games, no less the ones that coming into the game, just how they've sort of juggled to move guys around and found the pieces to work.
I mean, it's good. I mean, obviously, even the Sault Ste. Marie series, we've been training and everything. It's different towards every game, different towards every team, and just in practice, having intensity, having shorter practices but more higher intensity is really nice.
Are you surprised at just how well these first two games have gone for?
I wouldn't say surprised. I mean, we've worked our whole year for this, but obviously, it's nice to beat Kitchener 5-1 back-to-back. So
this is the team that everybody talked about defensively, and nobody was sure how you guys were going to be defensively. They knew you could score goals, but to hold them to one back-to-back games.
Yeah, I mean, Joey's playing really well right now. I got to give him credit. He's been playing real well right now. So hopefully he keeps that rolling.
Congratulations. Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, I'm Dan Gemis, CEO of the Dan Gemis Real Estate Team. When you think real estate in Windsor and Essex County, think of the Dan Gemis Team. We're here to help every step of the way. Learn more at dangemis.com.
Ryan, congrats on the win, a 5-1 victory. What was the key to success, do you think, for you guys?
I think just playing a full 60 minutes. I know it's probably a typical answer, but I really think we played every period good, and we didn't really give them anything. So
You really didn't. Like, you held them under 20 shots, too. Are you more proud of the fact of your offensive game or your defensive side of the game?
I think just probably defense, because usually defense turns into offense, because I think their D usually jump in, so it usually gives us odd man rushes. So yeah, usually D leads into our offense.
You certainly put on an offensive show, 2 goals tonight. Talk about your 2 goals.
I don't really remember the first one, but I think the second.
One right in front of the net. They tried to chip it by you and you stopped it?
Oh yeah, I don't really know. I just kind of whacked it and I kind of blacked out. I don't think I've ever scored against Kitchener in my career.
Really?
So I was pretty excited.
I bet if we asked Conor right now, he could give us all 5 of his career goals.
Yeah.
How is this series different than the Sioux series?
It's pretty tough to say. Any team can beat anyone in playoffs. I think Sioux, they just worked really hard, and I think Kitchener works hard too, but they got a little more offensive ability. So I think Kitch is like a team to beat. So yeah, I don't really know. It's a tough question, but every team's good in playoffs.
I mean, player-wise, you a little frustrated too with some of the shots? I mean, you guys have had the bigger leads, right? Which teams tend to get frustrated at that point, and you're sort of seeing some shots, guys taking some shots. Well, the one on Cristoforo, the one on Davis.
Yeah, that's just a frustrated team. That nothing's going their way right now, and team's gonna do that when they're losing. So, it's some of your guys aren't really classy, but you just keep playing.
I mean, it's not like you guys have outshot them and dominated on the shot clock, but you guys have been really opportunistic around the net, or really desperate for pucks to the net. Can you just talk about that, or was that a strategy going in, or?
No, I think everyone's just bearing down a little extra hard in the series. I think everyone really knows Kitchener's a good team, and we really want to beat them and go on to the next series.
I mean, you hold serve at home. Now comes the one where you try to get that one on the road.
Yeah, I mean, the Odd's a pretty hard place to play. I think if we just know where we're going and how to beat Kitch, I think we'll do a pretty good job and hopefully get the job done.
Yeah, this has to give you a big level of confidence, though, heading into Kitchener, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the 2-0 leads is really what you want going into an away game. So, I think can't really back, like when the dog's in the corner, they're going to fight back. So I think we got to go there prepared.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.